The U.S. Air Force was developing a gay bomb.
A gay bomb? Like they were gonna bomb the gays?
How do you slow down an...
Uh-oh.
Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
Hey guys, it's Jordan Sparks. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be checking out the wildest conspiracies that actually turned out to be true. So I'm pretty stoked for this video. I haven't made a conspiracy video on my channel in quite a long time. It's actually been quite a few years, I think. And that's because YouTube was like, no more conspiracy videos. And I think that that might still be the case. Give this video a great big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below and let's try to get this video pushing in the algorithm because YouTube will probably try and squash it. But all that being said, let's hop right into the video.
Nazi officers tried to kill Hitler. Several efforts were made to assassinate Adolf Hitler during the height of World War II. Perhaps the most famous one is sometimes known as Operation Valkyrie, otherwise referred to as the 20th of July plot.
The Führer, Adolf Hitler, is dead. A group of radicals in the SS are attempting to seize control of the government. Initiate Operation Valkyrie.
Members of the German resistance planned to set off a bomb during Hitler's visit to the Wolf's Lair headquarters.
Okay, I don't know about you, but I've actually never heard of that one before. But in terms of like World War II, Nazi Germany type, oh my God, is that even World War II? World War I? I'm horrible when it comes to history. I have not paid attention to any of that since high school. Just was like, no thanks.
German army officer Klaus von Stauffenberg managed to place the hidden explosive, but the result failed to kill the Nazi leader. The other part of the plot involved seizing control of the military in the dictator's absence. Despite painstaking attempts to account for every move, the operation was discovered, and the co-conspirators were largely executed.
The rest of you are under arrest.
No, General. You are.
The film Valkyrie brought a renewed interest to the complicated story of the failed plot.
I'm way more interested in other like socio-cultural things that were going on during those periods of time, and like the makeup industry and cosmetics and like the poisons that people were using and all of that kind of thing. So that's what fascinates me about history, and we definitely didn't cover any of that when I was in high school.
The U.S. Air Force was developing a gay bomb.
A gay bomb? Like they were gonna bomb the gays?
How do you slow down an impending army? Instead of dropping lethal explosives, the U.S. military once considered an unexpected alternative. Researchers considered the possibility of dropping a non-lethal bomb full of pheromone mixture on troops. Although this idea never reached the battlefield, the theory was that soldiers would be too distracted by each other to keep fighting.
That you will not only be disinclined to fight, but you will be compelled to be having sex with the people around.
Okay, wait, what? So they were probably like thinking they're going to dump a bunch of like female pheromones on the male soldiers so that they are like super attracted to each other scientifically? Okay. I don't know how well that would work, but...
It's especially clear that authorities were really reaching with this particular idea.
Do they really think that, like, faced with, like, guns and, like, being killed, they're really going to choose sex?
This isn't to be confused with the theoretical and equally confusing concept of Gaydar, which the Canadian authorities hoped would reveal people's sexual preferences. All the same, it's crazy to think that any amount of time was spent working on a gay bomb.
Wait. Are they saying that there's like an actual gaydar? Like people actually tried to invent a gaydar? Cause honey, it's only built in. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, you don't. It is not a device.
A gay bomb.
When the Pentagon says that they rejected this proposal, it's simply not true, and we have the facts to demonstrate that they've continued to think about it and to consider it.
Operation Menu.
They've continued to think about it and consider it? So they're still thinking, you know what, this might be a good plan. Let's do it. Alrighty. That one was wild. Next.
Operation Menu. The Vietnam War affected neighboring nations in Southeast Asia, such as Cambodia. Northern Vietnamese troops used the eastern part of Cambodia for resupplying an encampment during the conflict. This prompted a bombing campaign from the U.S., which targeted Cambodian sites operating along the Vietnamese border. From 1969 to 1970, this bombardment leveled much of the area. This action was hugely controversial given the force and destruction unleashed on the Cambodians, along with the fact that the secret operation was conducted on a non-combatant country. It later inspired Operation Freedom Deal, which was an even harsher campaign that cut deeper into the heart of Cambodia. Details of this scheme were largely revealed in a declassification from the year 2000.
They can't impeach me for bombing Cambodia. The president can bomb anybody he likes.
Okay, I don't really even know what that one was, but that one was not interesting to me. If somebody else wants to explain, because, whew, over my head.
It's true.
The U.S. worked with former Nazi scientists. Even though the Allies won the war and put many Nazi war criminals on trial, that didn't stop the U.S. from hiring German scientists. These experts were later integral in the development of the U.S. space program and other military improvements during the Cold War. Many of them had close ties and allegiance to the Nazis, making this entire operation all the more controversial.
There was, on the one hand, the truth about the program kept secret, and on the other hand, the idea that we'll tell the public that these are the good Germans.
These are the Nazis. They're the good Germans. Excuse me?
The Soviet Union also conducted a similar operation in attempts to bolster their post-war staying power. One of the recruits for the American side, Wernher von Braun, is considered among the more important figures in modern rocketry and early space travel. Sometimes celebrating their achievements, the authorities also largely disregarded many of the subjects' connections.
Space travel is just another thing that I just don't get. Like, how can you be comfortable that you have the science to just yield a bunch of humans up into space like a bazillion kilometers away at a bazillion kilometers an hour and be like, yeah, they'll make it back, it'll all be good? How do they make it back?
To atrocities. The business plot Coup.
Well, somebody's trying to do something dark and treacherous.
Known as the business plot, this little-known conspiracy wanted to bring down the presidency of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Although this was a nefarious coup plot, the case didn't come to light until the testimony of retired General Smedley Butler. Butler asserted that he was asked to usurp the 32nd President of the United States, partly due to his support of veterans groups.
The plan as outlined to me was to form an organization of veterans, to use as a bluff or as a club at least, to intimidate the government and break down our democratic institutions.
Even with the general's revelations, some people question the veracity of certain...
You gotta love that all of these conspiracies so far have to do with the government.
...details and the extent of the planning that took place. George H.W. Bush's father, Prescott Bush, has been linked to the plot, but it's still unconfirmed as to his ultimate involvement. David O. Russell's film Amsterdam is just one project that fictionalizes the events surrounding the scheme.
They're paying you to be their mouthpiece.
That's right, exactly.
And they know the veterans will follow.
Faked Gulf War testimony.
What I saw happen to the children of Kuwait and to my country has changed my life forever.
The Gulf War was a brief but notable conflict preempted by the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait. The U.S. intervened soon after, using a number of stories to support the decision, including the testimony of a teenager.
Withdraw from Kuwait or face a coalition ready and willing to employ all means necessary.
She was known as Nayira, and her account of babies being removed from incubators in Kuwait shocked and helped sell the war to...
Yo, that is absolutely wild. I'm surprised that I haven't heard of that one before. Mind you, I am Canadian, but like, that one is crazy. Like, oh my God. No wonder people just don't trust the American government at all.
And helped sell the war to American citizens.
Took the incubators and left the children to die on the cold floor. It was horrifying.
It became a much-quoted story for President George H.W. Bush and other proponents of military action. Later revealed to be falsified, Nayira was actually the daughter of the Kuwaiti ambassador to the United States. She not only didn't see any crimes firsthand, but many details were generated by a PR firm. The case has become infamous as a deeply flawed attempt to sell the war.
I'm glad I'm 15, old enough to remember Kuwait before Saddam Hussein destroyed it, and young enough to rebuild it.
But that is where we are going to end this video for today. These conspiracies were like way more political than I was expecting. And I was expecting some wild conspiracies that were like, did you know that baby powder is secretly made out of elephant tusks? Not that I would want that to be true, but like, yeah, let me know what you guys thought about these conspiracies down in the comments below, and what you think about the American government after watching this video. If you want to watch another video of mine, you can check out my last conspiracy video that I made like years ago over here, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.